There's no fooling around here. The training started immediately, and the first thing I learnt was that Mr. Miyagi didn't teach me a thing. It's amazing how much I'm willing to go through for TV. I was getting pretty scared that he was going to knock me out. If this is what it's like when they're going gentle on you, I'd hate to be at the receiving end of a serious attack. It's no wonder that this style of martial art has become so popular.
Oh, I'm so glad I came here. So in Okinawan karate, it doesn't matter if you're big or small, you can still take someone down. So if I, still scared to do this, but if I go to like punch, you can. Okay, all right. So it doesn't matter. I can come at him I can come at you anyway. Like maybe I come in this. Oh. If I come at you. Okay, that's enough. Thank you, guys. This has been fantastic. Thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Cheers, thank you. Thank you. I can't have Onsen.
Good job.
That was fantastic.
With the next generation of karate experts being trained, I was off to sit in an onsen for a while and just soak away some of the pain. The thought did cross my mind to hang around and take a few of these little guys on. I might have stood a chance. Then again, probably not actually. The following morning, I made my way down to Naha harbour to catch the ferry across to one of the smaller Okinawan islands called Zamami. There are lots of different islands you can visit, but I picked this one because they say it's one of the prettiest.
I love getting in the water. I don't care whether I'm surfing, diving, snorkeling, or even just, splashing around having a swim. That's why I'm going to jump on the ferry and head over to Zamami Island to go diving. Now, I'm just going for one night, so I'm taking my little backpack, but I'm not exactly sure which dive I'm going to do. I don't know whether I'm going to go and see some big fish or maybe some really pretty coral or even dive on a wreck. But, I've got 2 hours on the ferry. I can make my mind up then. And funnily enough, as usual, I'm running late for the ferry. So I'm going to go, jump on. Yeah, should be good.
The ferry trip from Naha to Zamami might be a couple of hours, but it passes lots of coastal scenery, and at the right time of year, you can also see migrating whales. Now, despite what you might think, there are wild populations of whales in Japanese waters, and they're highly regarded and respected by the locals. It kind of makes you wonder why the Japanese travel all the way to Antarctic waters to hunt them. Anyway, even though the ship's crew said there was a good chance of seeing a whale, unfortunately, I only managed a brief glimpse of one. So I had to just make do with enjoying the stunning scenery.
I'm having such a fantastic time on my trip in Okinawa, and it's been actually really fast-paced. And I didn't realise until I hopped on the ferry. I had 2 hours just to chill out and do nothing really, just chill. It's been nice. And now that we're almost here, I'm getting really excited about going diving. This is something that I love to do. So, in a not too distant future, I will be underwater, looking at coral and fish. It's going to be good. It's going to be awesome.
Zamami is a popular holiday island for city dwellers looking for a quick escape. In the summer months, it becomes a busy centre, famed for its white beaches, warm water and great diving.
Konnichiwa. Hey, watashi wa Morgan desu.
Morgan-san.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good, man. Should I jump aboard?
Yes.
Thank you.
The crew here are like all the other folks in Okinawa.
Nice to meet you.
Really friendly.
Let's go diving.
Yes.
Awesome.
Let's go.
With the introductions out of the way, it was all aboard for the cruise to our dive site. They tell me the water clarity is usually much better than we could expect today. Recent stormy weather meant that there was a bit of silt around. But that said, I was excited to see what lurks beneath the surface in what's supposed to be one of the best dive locations in the world.
So we're about 10 minutes off Zamami Island and we're sitting in 5 metres of water. We'll dive down and head down to 25 metres where we're going to see some red grouper and even some little shrimp that if you hold your hand out will come on and play on your hand, and one of the boys said if you open your mouth they'll swim in your mouth, so I won't be doing that. But I cannot believe that I'm going to go diving in Japan. This is awesome. That, this.
I think the guys were pulling my leg. The water clarity was fantastic. I could see 20 metres or more into the depths where countless colourful reef fish danced around coral outcrops. The marine life here is quite diverse, and being a fair distance from any major cities, the habitat was healthy and full of life. It came as a bit of a surprise. I didn't expect to find this sort of environment in Japan. You usually associate it with huge urban expanses, highways and industry. You never really think of it as being a place where you can immerse yourself in natural wonders. I might not have come across the sea snake in the mangroves, but here I got to get up close and personal with one. Further down the sandy slope, there was a crater-like formation in the seafloor. In the middle was a small coral bommy that was home to a variety of reef fish. The main residents were a pair of magnificent red grouper. Their bright colours stood out against the blue water, with a glittering school of smaller fish shining like jewels as they darted about. Also calling the coral garden home is a population of shrimp. They act as cleaners of the ocean, filtering the sand and water for tiny particles of food. I've often heard people say that the ocean floor is like a desert, and that you need structure like these coral outcrops to act as oases. This is a great example of how a small amount of habitat can be the home to a huge array of sea life. Adding to the experience was another amazing encounter. On my way back to the boat, a turtle came cruising by. On land, she would flounder about and struggle to lay her eggs, but here, she glided through the water with absolute grace. As far as dives go, this would have to be right up there with the best underwater experiences I've ever had. The warm, clear water with its abundance of marine life makes diving in Okinawa, or more specifically Zamami, something every diver should do. Even if you can only snorkel, you too can see a lot of what I did today. Back on dry land, and I had just enough time to look around town while the day came to an end. Coming here was a highlight of the trip so far. It gave me an opportunity to slow down for a little and see a part of Okinawa where Mother Nature still reigns supreme. If you're a traveller and after an authentic island experience in a beautiful place, well then this has to be on par with the best in the Pacific.